Good morning, everyone. Again, it's my wish that all of our residents here in La Crosse are doing well and are safe and healthy on this Friday, April 17th. Again, we do have staff linked remotely along with both the chiefs and I here to give this fourth community briefing. With that, I want to just say that I continue to be very pleased with how our residents are taking the COVID-19 crisis very seriously. We have made it several days in a row now without any new reported cases in La Crosse County, and the credit really goes to you, the members of our community, so keep it up. La Crosse continues to step up with help and assistance to our most vulnerable citizens. I see our people organizing food drives and delivering meals, sewing masks, and collecting much needed supplies for our healthcare workers and first responders. And again, these efforts show that La Crosse is a caring and compassionate place. We will overcome this crisis as a community as long as we stay strong and keep doing the things necessary as a part of the governor's safer at home order. Based on the extension of the governor's order to May 26th, I strongly encourage our citizens to continue to stay at home and to only travel for essentials like food, medicine, or work. I know this is tough on all of us, but we must stay strong. And please continue to practice good hygiene, social distancing, avoiding groups, and if you do go out in public, to wear a mask or a protective face covering if possible. City Hall remains closed until May 3rd. We will most likely be extending that closure to coincide with the governor's order until May 26th. We'll have more information about that to be shared soon with everybody. The governor's order does provide for some changes and a bit more flexibility regarding some businesses and activities, like, for example, our libraries. So there will be more information soon about possible updates to our library services, so stay tuned for that. Under normal circumstances, of course, we would all be enjoying the start of baseball season and high school proms and looking forward to graduations. That's obviously going to be different this year, but with that and the weather, spring is definitely in the air. Our parks and trails remain open, and as long as we continue to practice good social distancing and avoiding groups of people, they will remain open. Our Parks Department has reminders on their website for how to safely enjoy these amenities. For those of you who are into your gardens and are looking to get some work done around the house, our yard waste site is open, and starting on Monday, we will have new hours. So starting Monday, April 20th, our hours for the yard waste site will be Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. The river levels are going down, which is good. Fishing and boating are getting busy. Turkey hunting season is upon us, which is another great way to spend time outside and to practice good social distancing. You all have been doing a phenomenal job keeping true to the safer at home order, and it shows with the number of cases in La Crosse County holding at 26, and it's because of your efforts and compassion for others, especially for those who may have more health challenges if they do get exposed to the coronavirus, that we will get through this together. So please stay home and work together with our neighbors and loved ones. With that, I would like to introduce our Police Chief, Sean Coudron, for an update from the Police Department.
Thank you,
Chief, take it away.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the men and women of the La Crosse Police Department, I want to thank the La Crosse community for your cooperation, your resilience, and your safer at home practices over the past several weeks. With the extension of the governor's safer at home order, I ask that everyone continue to practice social distancing and remain safer at home. You may notice police officers and firefighters wearing masks while they are in the field. We are following health department and CDC guidelines to continue to keep the La Crosse community safe. We will get through this. Stay strong, stay calm, and we are all in this together. Chief Gillian?
Thank you, Chief.
Yes, thanks, Chief Coudron. I echo the good morning as well. Just a few updates from our perspective on fire and emergency medical services. We are still operating out of locations at Logan, Central, and the La Crosse Center. So currently we're operating staff out of 8 locations, which has caused some disjointedness in our response. Fortunately, we've had no confirmed COVID cases with our staff, and it's business as usual on the fire department for fire and emergency medical services calls. With that, thanks to all of our staff that really stepped up to make that logistics piece work, to practice our own social distancing and get them out to some remote locations and make sure we're protecting ourselves so we can protect all of you in the community. Beyond that, from a larger emergency management scope, I think with the Emergency Operations Center and a lot of the concerns about how we were operating here as a city, I can't applaud all city staff enough for what really pulled into a cohesive team, as well as a lot of our regional partners, County Health, County Emergency Management, Gunderson, Mayo, Tri-State Ambulance. There's been a real organic kind of behind the scenes going on with people checking in from the different organizations, ultimately making sure we're all doing okay within our own individual networks so that we can ultimately serve all of you out in the public. So things are going good. I hope the trends continue the way they're going for the next few weeks, and we see the end of this and get back to summer real soon. That'll turn it back over to the mayor.
Thank you, Chief. As the chief said, our city continues providing critical services such as our emergency response and law enforcement, and also our water and sewer services, our streets, our transit service, our garbage and recycling pickup. In addition to those critical services, we are also working nonstop with our community partners to identify and pull together resources and assistance to our citizens and businesses. We know that people are hurting financially right now, and the closure of our businesses is especially difficult in our community. We are working on ways to better assist our workers and our businesses, and would ask for any suggestions or help you have as community members. Please reach out and let me know if there are things that we can and should be doing as we get through the next few weeks and months together. I have asked our planning and development department staff to update us on some information that we shared a couple of weeks ago regarding some local resources, a small business relief program, and a Victory Garden initiative. So joining us today first is Jason Gilman, our planning and development director, to provide an update to the local resource guide that the city staff pulled together to really help connect our residents with available resources and programs. So Jason, please take it away.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you for the opportunity to address the public. If you would like to see the comprehensive list of community resources that we've assembled, and this is a very fluid document, so one that is changing as new resources become available, there is a yellow banner at the top of the city's website that you can click on that will take you right to the COVID-19 community resources. That list of resources includes housing and utility support, food and basic needs support, daycare, employment, and personal finances support, as well as mental health, transportation, and business support. There are also opportunities there for you to express interest in volunteering for the city. We are also partnering with La Crosse Neighborhoods, Inc., who is preparing a citywide mailer to help people connect with these resources if they do not have internet access. And with that, I'll turn it over to our economic development planner, Andrea Schnick.
Thank you, Jason. Good morning, Andrea.
Good morning, thank you. The last time we were here, we were discussing the potential opportunity for the Small Business Relief Grant Program, and I'm very grateful to the Common Council for having approved that program at last week's council meeting. That application became live after last Thursday's council meeting, and we've received approximately 60 applications so far. The application deadline for the Small Business Relief Grant Program is next Friday, April 24th, and that application is available online. We've been hearing a lot of gratitude back from the businesses to the council and to the city for their support. And given yesterday's extension of the Safer at Home order, we know that that'll continue to impact our businesses for even longer than we had anticipated. Because of that, we will continue to look for additional resources to continue to help our small businesses in our community to make sure that once they are able to open their doors, they're able to do it very well and successfully. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. And then back to you, Jason, just to give us a brief update on a program that is really kind of looking over the next few weeks and months as we do get back to normal and really want to connect our neighborhoods and our residents with producing local food. So Jason, please provide us with an update.
Thank you, Mayor. This past week has brought us more heartwarming stories of the great citizens and organizations that are partnering with the city to help one another through this pandemic. The Hunger Task Force has partnered with our Victory Garden project to expand their garden and provide more healthy, homegrown food to the population and support to assure that surplus food from other gardens throughout the city will reach people citywide. The great people at Aptiv, led by Mary Kessens, have also reached out and are adding a community garden at their campus with employee support and built-in food distribution to the employees and area neighborhoods. 6 area neighborhood associations have emerged to provide volunteer support for the garden, for all of these gardens, representing over 30 people from our Bluff Side, Weigenhogen, Holy Trinity, Lower North Side, and Depot neighborhood, Hinchin, and Grandview Emerson neighborhood associations. We also have a great partner in the La Crosse School District dedicating space at the Hogan Administrative Center for food production. I also wanted to just note that on April 2nd, the city was notified by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development that we'll be receiving nearly $520,000 under the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, from which we will be able to access funding to address housing needs, small business support, and other community needs. Our community development administrator met with HUD representatives earlier today to discuss preliminary guidance. And if the public has comments on needs they are seeing in the community, please go to www.cityoflacrosse.org/CDBG and submit a comment in the comment box or send us an email directly. We will be posting very soon our plans for the funds after receiving comment from the public and guidance from HUD. I also wanted to note that we're partnering with Downtown Main Street, Inc. in holding 2 virtual meetings in the next 2 weeks with small business owners in the city to help address the current challenges and the recovery needs as businesses open again eventually. And lastly, we are working with the University of Wisconsin's La Crosse You Get Connected program and community engagement and undergraduate research and creativity to assist the city with food security and housing affordability in the city. And lastly, I want to thank and acknowledge our great businesses and nonprofits who have quickly assembled philanthropic relief programs for the community as well. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Jason and Andrea, and both Chief Kudron and Chief Gilliam for these updates. And it does show just how strong and supportive our community is, and we're continuing to work on really connecting resources with those in need. So I really appreciate that. I also do want to acknowledge and thank our La Crosse Common Council as well. I know here as a part of our live remote, we do have Council President Martin Gall, who is connected with us. So thank you, Marty, and to the council for all of the support for these programs. With that, I do want to just again point people to our website for more information if they are looking for additional assistance or do have a comment or something they would like to share for links to these resources. Our website again is www.cityoflacrosse.org. You can also follow and offer comments on our social media pages, as well as calling 608-789-CITY. Thank you to all of the La Crosse residents for being such a critical part of the solution to this COVID-19 pandemic. I wish you all good health and safety. Thank you and God bless.